Good morning, traders. It's Paul Clevitt, daily Forex trader, and I want to be a forextrader.com. It's Friday. We've had a really rough old week with FOMC stagnating the markets yesterday. A lot of the dollars crosses were not doing anything. Everything just kind of sat there. The yen managed to rally about 20 pips yesterday for some reason, probably because the Bank of Japan had made some sort of statement. This morning, news-wise, it's pretty boring, apart from 9:30 when we've got UK GDP. However, I wouldn't get too excited about that anyway because it's normally priced in. Okay, unless there's some big surprise, and this is 2.4, it's priced in, and it might cause some disappointment in the market, cause a drop. Canadian dollar later on at 130, US dollar at 130, so there's lots of stuff at 130. If you're trading US dollar, Canadian dollar, that could be interesting because they'll both be fighting each other, so, or they could both push each other a long way. So I'm avoiding that news today. I tend to look for trades after the news. So what's going on the charts? Let's have a little look. I had a dollar yen sell sitting there, didn't take last night, I took it off. Sterling is very interesting because sterling, let's start off with New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Got a sell signal. Teeny bit of congestion, looks like it's entering a sell, but it's very close to the target, so I'm not too keen on taking that sell. However, we could be in for something about that distance. Alright, so if we did it, we'd look for a target of let's have a look. I'd look to come back down to here, and it looks like quite a reasonable trade, and it's probably quite a safe-ish trade because there's not much going on this morning with New Zealand dollar CAD, because they're not the news until this afternoon. Euro JPY, talking about sells, dollar yen. We had a sell signal and then it proceeded to rally on news, which means that it may still be a sell, but we need to wait for that. I need to wait for confirmation. Could do with another downward trade. Dollar Swissy, dollar Swiss cheese, a little sell signal there. It just rallied up. It's hung around up here. Very boringly, little buy signal going on, but again, everything's little. There's nothing a lot of. This would make me think we're in for a sell, but I need to wait for the congestion indicator to come on before I think about that. EuroCAD, oh come on, right, EuroCAD. We've got a little buy signal, and I kind of like this because it ties in with. Not interested in Euro Swissy. Let's go back to EuroCAD. I noticed that Euro Australian dollar is also given a buy signal. It's also bounced off the bottom here. Euro USD, which I don't trade, I have purely for observational purposes. Looks like it's continuing in a sell. Silver is again, I really like silver for a sell. Look at this, 3 signals, nice congestion, okay. But the signals are quite small, so they may be fakes. However, if we're going for it, we're going to go for a continuation sell, and it's actually bounced during the night down here and come back up, which is quite interesting. So we may be looking at putting a sell on, but look at the target, it's tiny. Oh, there's not much there to work with, so maybe not. I don't know. I'm not thinking about that. Euro Australian dollar, nothing really. Aha, see, this is an interesting one. Euro New Zealand dollar, there's not much in it. Okay, it's probably going to go back up to that sort of level. Here's the point here where it's turned up. So are we going to get something? I don't know, because it's starting to sort of come the other way, so we could put an order on that. Euro Swissy, there was a buy signal last night, but the Swissy got a bit strong yesterday. Sterling, now sterling's a bit of an interesting beast. We've got the GDP news at 9:30, but, and here's the but, look at this. So last night we had these 2 sell signals, okay. It didn't sell, it still came down and had a look around here. So I think there's actually a good sell trade going on, which normally goes against what I think about sterling, because I'm extremely patriotic and British, so I would hope for, I think it's probably safe to stick a sell on. Now normally, okay, silver trader sellers will put the sell on underneath the congestion. Here, I want to put it down here with this target. Now I'll tell you why. In fact, no, I probably will put it underneath the congestion. So I'll make my order by looking at that congestion, I go trading, go sell stop. I'll put my order in at 1.643489. Let's put it at 505, so it's just below the red no trade zone. 643504. My stop loss will be the middle of the congestion, 1.6. Oh dear. But because it's so small, I just put it kind of above the point 6364636. So I'm going to put it kind of above the red line, but normally we go for the middle of the congestion. But you know, it's so slow moving that if it gets down there, that would be fantastic. Take profit, I'll do in a second. I'm just going to have a look at where it is. So there's my sell. My entry is just above here. Let's move that down a bit so I can see it. There you go. Something worse than that. Okay. Now the danger here is that, look at what happened yesterday. It kind of boinks down like this and boinks down, but it keeps giving these sell signals. Alright, the trend is down, so I've got my selling. Okay, let's go to here, 4 hourly chart. So this order needs to come in at, let's go for 1.62885. So 1.62885. Modify order. 1.62885. Modify. Okay, so I'm set up for. Let's just go back to the hourly chart. Turn off that so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, that looks kind of okay. Look at this, right? So it bounced up here. FOMC screwed it all over, but it didn't manage to go any higher. Looking at our entry here makes me slightly nervous because of this. So we could actually move our entry down to here for safety. Okay, and I think that's a good plan. All right, it's a nice big trade, but because of that and because of GDP news, all right, and this is where, you know, some people are like indicators. They have to rely on their indicator 1000%. I do rely on Silver Trader, you know, 1,000,000%, because it's brilliant, and it, you know, although I wrote it, so that's really rude. But look at these candles, like hourly chart, 2 bearish signals, all right. 30-minute chart, bearish signal. 15-minute chart. Oh, what a surprise! 2 bearish signals. Got a bullish one there, but that's failed. It's been overwritten by this. I always go on the latest signals. I'm not interested unless they're tiny. If they're tiny, this one would count. But they haven't managed to take it up in 24 hours. So 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. So although my heart says sterling should rally, my head says it's going to come down. Okay, and here's where we're looking to go. Back down through this area here. So what I've done is, because of this, alright, and it's just, that's been a fake, makes me nervous, so I want to see it drop all the way down there today. That would be rather sweet. What a sweetie it'll be. Good. Okay, that's all I'm probably going to trade on this morning because of the amount of news coming. With Silver Trader, best to trade after the news. Okay, so Japanese yen there, they were saying they were going to sell it, and then it rallied up because the news might come down again. So maybe I will put a sell on here, because look, it's got quite a distance to go. So we've got a sell signal and we've got congestion. So dollar yen. However, saying that, the dollar has been quite strong, and we could be just continuing up. It's more likely we're continuing up, but I think just because of this little sell signal makes me a little bit nervous about that being a buy. And I think it might come down as fast as it goes. And look where it's got to come down from. So it's got to come down quite a long way if it is going to be a sell. Let's get the sell on. 1.101432. TP about one. Stop about 104.365. It's got a long way to come. TP 103.845. The thing about Trader is Silver Trader, okay, may disagree with what you think is going to happen. It's a bit lower. This trade can sit there. That's kind of okay. My stop's quite high. It's in the middle of the congestion, so really I could get my entry up here. Let's put my entry up there, just below the red line. Stop needs to be in the middle of the congestion. I can't see the stop now. There it is. Put the stop in the middle of the congestion, but I do move it down, you know, guys. I'll put a trailing stop on that because I want it to come down inside here as soon as it can. And here's my target down here. Okay, and let's get the distance. It's 37 pips, $90 profit, I suppose. I'm trading about $3 a pip. But it's got to, you know, it's got to reverse. It's going to come back. If that's not a fake signal, okay, we're looking at $90 coming out of that little trade. Sterling trade, I'm looking at 20-minute chart. Let's see where that goes. $150 out of that if it hits, fantastic. But it's got to come, you know, it's got to come all this way down here to there. I've only done that. I know, you know, the manual, silver trading manual says put your trade there, but you've got to consider news. You know, don't rely 1000% on your indicators. Although Silver Trader gets it right, you know, 9 times out of 10, there's these sell signals. There's been loads of congestion. We're ready for something, and I think it could be a sell. I actually could achieve this trade way before the news. All right, there might be a lot of selling off of sterling before the news, so I might get that one on the way to work. Anyway, just a couple of other things. So I use some software in my trading that I developed called Silver Trader. It's not just for trading silver; you can trade anything with it, really. I've got a website called iwanttobeaforextrader.com. I've got a special offer for you. Silver Trader is $75 until the 1st of January. Then it's going up to $150 on the 1st of January. New Year's morning, I will get up and change the price. So, I've also got a blog which sometimes struggles a bit with traffic. That's it. It has a little gateway timeout. Poor love. Oh dear, it looks like it's going to have a gateway time. Okay, it's called I Want to Be dailyforextrader.me, and that's where this video is posted. So, and we've got our Facebook page, facebook.com/dailyforextrader. Get yourself hooked up and get some free trading tips, but the best thing you could do is get yourself Silver Trader and get some of these really cool trading tools. Have a great day, everybody, and it's nearly Christmas, thank goodness.